Hey everybody, today's episode we're going to be talking about squash. Now it's the fall season and I decided to do it from one part of the continent to the other. One southwestern style and the other one northeastern, just like my grandma used to make. Also, Canadian Thanksgiving. So I'm thankful for all of you, for all the good things in my life and the bad things that I don't have. So let's go to the kitchen. So the southwestern recipe we're going to do is squash and chipotle sauce. So first thing we do is we cut our squash in half and we peel it. Now I take a spoon and I put it in at a 45-degree angle and I rotate. This helps liberate the seeds and all the stringy bits that you find in the middle. The second step is to slice up half an onion and deep fry it until it's golden brown. This gives the sauce a bit of sweetness and a bit of color as well. So here we have about 3 tablespoons of chipotle and adobo sauce, just chopped up a little bit. Next to that we have our fried onion and some peeled tomatoes that we've chopped up. Now all these go together into the blender. These will make a nice sauce, gives a bit of smokiness, a bit of heat. And here's our chopped up pumpkin. And we're going to pour the sauce all over this and we're going to bake it. So now our sauce is blended up and we're going to pour it all over our squash. Now if it's too thick, you can add a bit of vegetable stock, chicken stock, water, and a touch of salt. That's pretty much it. The end result will be smoky, sweet, a little tangy, and very easy to make. So we just put it in an oven at 375 for 40 minutes. Make sure you cover it and it'll look like this. Now I made a homemade tortilla out of flour, some goat cheese, a little cilantro. Good meal. So here we're going to do my grandmother's winter vegetable pie. So basically we start out with about 252 grams of flour. The next ingredient is 164 grams of butter. Now my grandmother traditionally would use lard, but butter has a nice flavor, gives a crispiness, not as crispy as lard, but it gives a good crispiness and a good flavor. Also, it's vegetarian friendly. Now always remember to use cold butter when you're making a dough like this. It helps encapsulate. If it's too warm, it runs out and it makes the gluten develop and it becomes tough. And the final ingredient is a little bit of savory and salt to make a nice herb crust. Now savory is a traditional ingredient to the region. It's always a welcome addition. So try it out. And for the wet ingredients, we're just going to add 84 grams of water, mix everything together, and we'll get a dough that looks like this. Put it on a plastic wrap, and there we go. Let it rest for an hour. The vegetables I chose for the filling are potatoes, squash, and carrots. But you can add things like turnips to it as well, whatever grows in the fall and winter. So everything's chopped up and in the pressure cooker for 3 minutes, and then you let it depressurize naturally. If you don't have a pressure cooker, just boil them until they're tender and you're ready to go. The veggies are cooking. I chopped up half an onion and we're going to saute this in some butter, approximately about a quarter cup. Now this might seem like a lot, but this is what we're going to coat the rest of the vegetables with once we add them to the pan. So just remember, fry the onions till golden brown, add your veggies. After our dough is rested, we roll it out, cut them into circles, fill them, and fold them over. Now, my grandmother used to do this for my grandfather. He used to work in the pulp mills, go out and chop wood, and it's an easy way to carry the food. So basically, we cut them into circles, take a portion of our cooled vegetables, put it in the middle, wet the edges, and fold them into a half moon shape. So after all your pies are assembled, you put it in a 350-degree oven for 40 minutes. Now you can use an egg wash, which is basically a beaten egg and some milk to brush over, give it a little extra color if you like, but I decided to just keep it simple. That's the way Grandma did it, that's the way I'm doing it. Share, like, subscribe, and happy Thanksgiving.